The story begins with a mysterious voice. Are you ready to go back? Good. The bet starts now. Immediately, somewhere else, a maid's urgent voice announces, "The madam is awake! Quickly, call the doctor!" The girl hears this and wonders, "Madam, who's that? Am I dreaming?" She sits up, still dazed. "Where am I? I thought I was dead." "Madam, please don't move so suddenly after just waking up." "Ugh, my head hurts so much, but why did I think I was dead? And who was that person in my dream just now? What was that bet they mentioned? My head is full of strange things I can't understand." The maid asks frantically, "Is something wrong, madam? Please tell me." Just then, everyone turns towards the door, startled, and asks, "Duke, why are you here without any prior notice?" But as you can see, the madam's condition isn't very good right now. The Duke stands before her and says, "I thought you would scream and throw things at me the moment you saw me walk in." She trembles and thinks to herself, "Who is this man? Why is he so huge? He scared the daylights out of me." "Your Grace, the madam has just woken up from the incident. She needs to rest. I think you should leave." The Duke smirks. It's always the same. "My lady, when will you stop with these silly acts? My lady, is this man my husband?" The Duke fiddles with a lock of her hair. "Please be patient with me for a bit, as I won't be at the residence for a while." As he finishes, he turns and leaves. "I'm sure I was dead, and what's more, I have a husband, and it seems our relationship isn't very good." She frowns deep in thought. Something is very strange. "Madam, you should rest a little longer." "Madam, you've only just started to recover from the accident." She shakily gets out of bed. Then she approaches the mirror. "Ah, my head. Ugh, so many memories are flooding in. This long, curly silver hair, this beautiful, radiant face. The name that flashes in her mind upon seeing this face is Serial, the #1 beauty of the kingdom, the beloved wife of Duke Loperum, and the indifferent mother of the male lead in the tragic romance novel, Tattered Wings. Serial clutches her head, screaming internally, "This is crazy! Am I in the world of a novel?" Seeing her reaction, the maid says, "It seems the madam is still in a lot of pain. Oh dear, madam." She slaps her own face. "I need to calm down, but how can I possibly be calm? In the original story, there was no information about the male lead's mother at all. Am I really the male lead's mother? Am I dreaming? Ow, that hurts. I can feel it. If this is real, does that mean I have to live here from now on? Wait, from now on? Why am I the male lead's mother and not the female lead or some other side character? The male lead in the original story was obsessive and insane, it's no joke. I remember the story even said he killed people. There's a chance I'll be killed too if he finds me annoying. In the original story, the female lead shouts, 'I'm leaving this place. If you want to, then go ahead. I have no problem with that. But if I catch you one more time, I'm afraid you'll have to prepare yourself for the consequences. I will chain your legs so you can never run away from me again.'" Thinking of this, Serial sympathetically thinks, "What a tragic story. The female lead had to endure so much suffering. This is not the time to be emotional. From now on, I should focus more on the male lead's current situation. That twisted personality of his was probably inherited from his parents. Wait, that's me. Now that I think about it, my relationship with my husband has long been broken. That might be why the male lead became obsessed with imprisoning the female lead in the novel. So, if I want to survive here and not die, I need to reconcile and mend our relationships first. The problem is, who should I reconcile with first? My terrible husband, or the son I've ignored for years?" Suddenly, she looks out the window and freezes. "Who is that child? Oh my goodness, who is that? How can he be so cute? Wait, if there's a child in this mansion, then could that super adorable child be the psycho male lead from the novel? This is the first time I've seen the male lead as a child. Goodness, how can he be this cute? He looks completely different from the original story. That's right, reconciliation. I'll make up with this cute child first, instead of that scary husband. But how do I approach him?" The next day, Serial wakes up and stretches comfortably. A maid comes in and says, "Madam, it's morning. Please wake up and have your meal." "How are you feeling, madam?" I'm okay. Please don't worry about the mansion right now and just focus on your recovery. All right, madam?" "All right. By the way, Daisy, how many days was I unconscious after the accident?" "You were in a coma for a whole day, madam." "Can you tell me a little about what happened that day?" Daisy frantically recounts, You were in an unexpected accident, madam. Everyone in the mansion was very worried about you. No one expected you to get into a carriage accident. I see. My husband came to see me for a moment, but I haven't seen my son visit. It seems our mother-son relationship is even worse than I thought. Daisy. Yes, madam? Has Cardiso been busy lately? Well, about that. Seeing Daisy hesitate, she thinks to herself, just as I thought. It seems he's not close to his mother at all, but I can't just sit here and do nothing. She asks, where is Cardiso now? The young Master Cardiso is in the garden, madam. Would you like to go see him, madam? In the original story, Cardiso was completely unable to empathize with others' emotions. But of course he's much younger now than in the novel. I should approach him first, but I'm still a little worried. I can't think like that. I should meet him at least once today. I need to figure out what level our relationship is at. It'll take a lot of time to fully recover, so I have time. Seeing her not answering, Daisy says, I'm sorry for the suggestion. Please get some rest, madam. Wait, yes! I want to see him. Please take me to the garden. But madame, is that all right? You're still... It'll be fine if I just go for a little while. Please help me. Of course, madam. I will take you to the garden right now. This garden is so beautiful compared to before the events of the novel. In the novel, he covered the garden with thorny plants and said he wouldn't let the female lead escape. Now where is Cardiso? Oh, there he is. The little boy is enjoying his breakfast and exclaims, so delicious! Cyril hides behind a bush, watching with delight. He must really like that dish. It looks like candy. But the Cyril in the novel, how could she ignore such an adorable child for all those years? There's cream on his cheek. Oh my, so adorable I could die. I want to wipe it off for him so badly. Suddenly, Cardiso becomes suspicious. He turns around and calls out loudly, who's there? But he sees no one. Cyril whispers, Daisy, do you think he saw us peeking? You probably said the young master was cute a little too loudly, madam. Cardiso yells, I heard everything. Cyril has no choice but to reveal herself. Oh, hello, Cardiso. The boy turns his face away in disgust. What are you doing here, mother? I was just taking a little walk in the garden. Do you want to have some tea with me? The boy immediately jumps off his chair and walks past her without a word. Is he leaving already? I can't let him go like this. Thinking this, she quickly grabs his sleeve. Wait, Cardiso, can't you spare some time to have tea with your mother? The boy looks up at her intently, his lips pursed, and stammers. Suddenly he shoves Cyril's hand away. I don't need a mother like you. She stands there stunned, thinking, he doesn't need a mother like me. She calls after him, Cardiso! Suddenly he trips on a stone. He falls to the ground and Cyril frantically calls out, Cardiso! With a tear-streaked face, he says, Stay away, don't come near me, I know you'll just lie again. Wait, your knee is bleeding, Cardiso, let me see. Don't come near me, I told you I don't need you. With that, Cardiso gets up. He runs away again. Young master, if you keep running like that, you'll fall. Cyril sits there motionless, murmuring his name. Cardiso. That evening, Cyril looks out the window and sighs. Cardiso, I think he fell pretty hard. Is he all right? I'm so worried about him. This is a big problem. I think he hates me more than I thought. I probably won't see Cardiso in the garden tomorrow, will I? Now I feel really bad because I think I disturbed the only place where he feels comfortable. From his perspective, it must be very strange for his mother to suddenly change her attitude like this. I need to choose a smarter way to get closer to him. She goes to her desk and writes a letter. Daisy, are you outside? Yes, madam. Can you give this to Cardiso? For the young master? Yes. It might be a little strange for me to do this now, but I want to get closer to Cardiso. Daisy, with sparkling eyes, calls out, Madam! Then exclaims excitedly, Leave it to me. I'll make sure to give it to the young master. A few days later, Cardiso wakes up to a gift box beside him. He frowns in disgust. Another gift? Why do they keep sending me these useless things? Inside is a teddy bear, along with a letter and a jar of ointment. Cardiso opens the letter. Inside it reads, Did you sleep well, Cardiso? The weather is quite nice today. I've asked the maids to prepare your favorite dessert today. Please come enjoy it in the garden. I promise I won't bother you anymore. He is surprised and wonders. You said that I was a nuisance. So why are you suddenly acting like this? Suddenly, a voice rings out, startling Cardiso. You're awake, young master. You scared me to death. The butler thinks to himself. The young master throws away all the gifts but keeps all the letters. My apologies. I thought you were about to wake up after I knocked as usual. Do you need my help getting dressed, young master? No, I can do it myself. Looking at the teddy bear, the butler asks, What should I do with that? Cardiso doesn't answer. The butler says, Just like always, I will dispose of it carefully. The madam won't find out. Suddenly, Cardiso runs over and says, Wait! Just throw away the box, I'll keep the teddy bear. I understand, I'm glad you like it, young master. It's not because Mother gave it to me. I'm keeping it because I like it. All right, then I will throw this box away today. Before that, I need you to help me with something else. Later, Serial exclaims happily, Daisy, look, Cardiso wrote me a reply. Congratulations, madam. What did the young master write? But as soon as she opens the letter, Serial's mood sinks. The content is very short and concise. Please stop sending me gifts and letters. She thinks, it seems this is too much for him. Daisy calls out worriedly, Madam. It's okay, I expected this. Besides, Cardiso's handwriting is so cute and it looks quite good for a child, doesn't it? Yes, madam. The young master is a very fast learner. I'm still very happy. This is the first time I've received a reply from him. It's just that the young master isn't used to it yet, madam. This is the first time you've cared for him like this. This might sound a bit strange, but I'm very happy to see you smile like this for the first time since coming here. Serial thinks awkwardly, this is the first time she's seen me like this? Have I never smiled since living with the Duke? Come to think of it. Before, it seems everyone looked worried. It seems they were more afraid of what might happen than my condition. That's strange. I can't remember anything related to the Duke. Should I ask Daisy? Seeing Serial looking at her, Daisy calls out blankly, Madam? No, don't lose my cool. Just focus on Cardiso for now. Serial asks, Do you think Cardiso hates it when I get close to him? Of course not. Why don't you try meeting the young master again, madam? Would that be okay? I don't want him to get hurt pushing me away like last time. But I don't even know where he is right now. What are you talking about, madam? Everyone in the mansion knows the young master is in the garden. Huh? He's in the garden? But I thought he didn't want to leave his room. I'm pretty sure the young master wants to see you too. Let's hurry and go. I'll help you get ready. Serial hesitates. Should I? Later in the garden. Serial paces back and forth, worried. I told him I wouldn't come here. Is this really okay? What should I say to him if I see him? Suddenly she stops. Ah, he's really there. Cardiso, is your knee better now? He turns his face away and replies, It doesn't hurt anymore. Did he put the ointment on himself? I'm so proud. The butler said he's been here since morning, but I don't see him eating anything now. Don't tell me. Thinking this, she asks, Were you waiting for me, Cardiso? He blushes and says, Of course not. Won't you just run away as soon as you see me? This is where I usually sit to eat dessert. There's no reason for me to leave just because you're here. Then can I sit here? No. He's still wary of me, but at least he's not asking me to leave. Then, is it okay if I stand here and watch you eat? Cardiso looks down and stammers, Fine. She says happily, Thank you, son. I won't bother you. He's eating. Right now, he looks just like any other child. She exclaims to herself, Oh, Cardiso, how on earth can he be so cute? A week later. I know Serial is a public figure, but these invitations are endless. I don't need to socialize or anything right now. Making up with Cardiso is tiring enough. And so she quickly copies the same refusal onto every invitation. A while later, Serial says tiredly, Just one more to go. There are so many invitations today, madam. Madam, may I be so bold as to ask you a question? Of course, go ahead. Lately, it seems you want to get closer to the young master. I'm trying to take it slow. Is something wrong? It's just, based on what you've written in your notebook, I think the young master might still dislike you, madam. That can't be right. I only wrote about Cardiso's cute habits. I've replied to all the invitations, so please keep them safe. Yes, madam. She picks up the book and opens it. What should I write today? I only write about his cute habits. But what's wrong with that? Cardiso scowling when I approach him. So cute. Cardiso ignoring me while I'm talking, also cute, and him nodding when I greet him, cute as hell. Even though he refused more gifts, the butler told me he seemed very happy with the teddy bear I sent, and he even sent a letter back to me. Too cute. Daisy groans internally. Oh dear, it seems the madam still doesn't see anything wrong with writing like that. She'll understand soon enough, right? Why don't you show the young master the cute things you've written about him, madam? Hearing that, Serial freezes. Her eyes light up with excitement. Cardiso? Ah, should I? Do you think that will help us get closer? Daisy thinks helplessly. Anyone would understand what I meant by that. But I'm not so sure anymore. Maybe this is also a chance to talk to the young master. Oh dear, I hope I'm not getting her into more trouble. I think that's a great idea. Thanks, Daisy. I'll be back soon. As Serial walks out, everyone bows. Greetings, madam. She greets them back, wondering to herself, how do I get into his room? He must have some cute things in his room, right? I wonder if he has colorful wall stickers, and there must be a ton of cute toys in there too. What should I do now? I suddenly feel so nervous about knocking on the door. She raises her hand, trembling, and then calms herself down. Calm down. The knock has just sounded. When Cardiso immediately asks from inside, who is it? Startling Serial and making her step back. He replied faster than I thought. He opens the door, grumbling, I said, who is it? Serial crouches down and says happily, hello, Cardiso. Without a word, he quickly slams the door shut. Wait, I have something to show you. Cardiso opens the door just a crack and sees her holding a bear-shaped lollipop. Turning back into his room, he says, I only opened the door for the chocolate lollipop. Thank you, son. Serial looks around the room, silently assessing. It's very different from what I imagined. Cardiso, I'm glad you seem to be taking good care of that teddy bear. Cardiso immediately grabs a pillow and covers the teddy bear. I was just too lazy to throw it away. So what did you want to show me? Here, it's my notebook. He takes it with a look of disgust. Reading the contents, Cardiso blushes and stammers. This thing. Is this? He becomes so angry he practically bursts into flames, scaring Serial. Cardiso calls out in a menacing voice, Serial? Serial is horrified, realizing, isn't that the special power of the male lead in Tattered Wings? I thought only the head of the Lopram family could use it. I can't believe he can use it too. Oh, my son, but he's burned the notebook to a crisp. Oh no. Cardiso clutches Serial's dress. If you ever write anything like this again, I won't let it slide. I won't do it again if you don't like it, Cardiso. She thinks, it's a shame about the notebook, but thanks to that, I got the result I wanted. Why do you call me that? She looks confused. She doesn't quite understand. He asks again, why do you call me Cardiso? Doesn't he like being called Cardiso? Suddenly he says, you can just call me Carso. You want your mother to call you? Carso? She smiles, thinking to herself, he looks so innocent right now. And so gentle. I don't want to see him grow up and burn everything he likes, including the female lead. If he receives enough love and learns how to love others properly, will it help change his future? I have to do my best to fulfill my role as a mother in that regard. She calls out softly, Carso. Yes? Can you give me just 10 minutes of your time each day? Why? I'm sorry if that's too long, but I want to teach you a few things myself, Carso. For example, how to care for and love others properly, because no one has taught you these things yet. He blushes and replies, yes. But only for 10 minutes. Thank you, Carso. I won't let you down. The next day, in the peaceful garden, vibrant with flowers, Cardiso is having breakfast as usual. Serial looks at him and thinks, how can he be this adorable and lovable? I don't understand what they did to turn him from this adorable state into the cruel person he becomes in the story. No one has ever taught him how to love, so it's inevitable that he can't express his feelings. I'll make sure to teach him the right way so the ending from the original story doesn't happen. Seeing Serial's fierce determination, Cardiso asks, what are you thinking about? You look very excited. Carso, I've thought for a long time about what I should say to you first. So, Carso, if you had a beautiful bird, what would you do with it? A bird? I would probably take very good care of it. Oh, so you would let the bird live in peace. I'm so proud. Yes, if I had a beautiful bird like you said, I would let it live peacefully in a cage so it could never escape again. Cereal turns to stone. You'd let it live in a cage? If I don't, that's what will happen. The moment I let my guard down, it will fly away. She thinks to herself, damn it, no matter how much I think about it, that's exactly what the male lead in the story would say. Why are you so quiet? I was just thinking more deeply about what you said, Carso. Do you want to read a book with me next time? Of course, why did it go off track? Shouldn't he be different now than when he's older? What should I do? She returns to her room and sits in contemplation. This case is worse than I thought. How can I teach Carso the right way? Suddenly, Daisy runs in, calling, Madam! I said it very loudly when you didn't hear me. Is something wrong, madam? You don't seem well. Cereal stammers. It's just a dazzling new memory just flashed through my mind. Thinking about him burning the notebook earlier. I think it's better not to tell Daisy about this. Daisy speculates. Is it because the Duke is about to return, madam? Cereal is surprised to hear the Duke's name. Does she mean that huge man I met on the first day? Cereal's husband and Carso's father. But parents should be a pair, right? Should I try to get closer to him too? Seeing Cereal lost in thought and not saying anything, Daisy asks, Madam, are you all right? It seems you still feel uncomfortable around the Duke. For my adorable son, I have to get closer to and make up with his father. Daisy, do you know when he'll be back? If nothing happens, he will return in 2 days. Madam, I know this might be a rude question, but are you planning to be somewhere else on the day the Duke returns, as usual? She asks, bewildered, why would I do that? You've been taking good care of the young master recently. I'm so happy that the mansion looks better than before since you've changed. That's why I'd like to ask you for a favor. A favor? She seems serious about this. This may be beyond my station, but when the Duke returns, could you perhaps welcome him just once? She groans internally. Oh my God. Cereal, how could you have never welcomed your husband before? Daisy asks dejectedly. Was my request too much? I must be crazy. You've only been happy for a few days, and now I will accept any punishment you wish, madam. I'm truly sorry. What are you talking about? Of course I can do that. I know you haven't. What? Cereal thinks. After all, a failed marriage has affected our child's development and emotions. What are you still standing there for, Daisy? Go and inform all the staff in the mansion that we will be holding a grand welcome for the Duke. To let such an adorable child grow into a cruel person like in the original story? There's no way I'm letting that happen. Daisy's eyes sparkle with joy as she calls out, Madam! I understand. I'll go prepare right away. Cereal sits happily, humming a tune. Everyone must be rushing to prepare for the welcome. I should finish this work too. But wait a minute. What's my husband's name? 2 days later, the Duke and his knights are on their way back to the mansion. We will be arriving soon, Your Grace. The Duke says, I don't really want to go back. Is it because of the Madam, Your Grace? The knight next to him shoots him a look. Do you want to die? I'm sorry. Loperum raises a hand. It's fine. We'll be there soon, so let's not talk about unnecessary things. Loperum thinks pensively. After returning to the mansion, I wonder if she'll leave like she did before. But when he returns, the maids and butler greet him enthusiastically. Welcome back, master. He is secretly surprised. Why is everyone outside? Suddenly, Loperum freezes, his face unable to hide his astonishment. Because Cereal has also appeared looking incredibly magnificent. Loperum calls out, stunned, Cereal. She looks at Loperum. I've been waiting for you, Duke. Loperum stands frozen for a moment. Then he calls, Amo. Yes, Your Grace. I'm hallucinating right now. After we go inside, help me call a doctor. Your Grace, that's not a hallucination. I can't believe it. He said it's not a hallucination. Seeing him stay silent, Cereal calls, Duke. The wind is a bit cold out here. Let's go inside. He mumbles, This time? What kind of trouble are you planning to cause me now? What am I planning? You've worked hard. Let's go inside now. He furrows his brow and thinks to himself, Cereal. She said she was waiting for me. Did she not get into an accident? Does she have amnesia? Why are you just standing there? I've prepared dinner for you. Aren't you curious about what I've prepared? Loperum replies grimly, I'm coming in. She whispers to the maid, Daisy, please do as I told you before. You can trust me, madam. Then the two of them walk inside together. Leperum asks with suspicion, "Why is no one here?" Serial thinks, "I wanted some private time with him, so I asked Daisy." Then she replies, "They're probably preparing dinner or busy cleaning." Leperum glances at her suspiciously. Can she smile like this? Suddenly, he puts his arm around her shoulders. Serial turns in surprise. "Duke." He avoids her gaze, his hand quickly dropping. What is it?" "We're at the dining room. Do you want to eat now?" He replies flusteredly, "Yes." Then holds his forehead and thinks, "I've lost my focus again." He occasionally glances over at Serial with suspicion. "Nothing's wrong with the dining room, is there?" "I told you I prepared dinner. Let's eat together." Once again, he exclaims in astonishment, I also have something I want to say." So she has something to say. No one gives such an enthusiastic welcome without a special reason. She has always looked down on me like this. After that, the room becomes suffocatingly quiet. Serial thinks to herself, it's hard to breathe. She looks at him and screams internally. He's not saying a single word while eating. Isn't that inconsiderate to the wife who went to the trouble of preparing this since early morning? I should say something. If I miss this chance, it'll be harder to talk later. First, slowly get a feel for the atmosphere. "Hey, Duke!" "Why did you call me?" "Because I have something to say." "Say it." Was the expedition difficult? It couldn't have been an easy task. Leperum stops what he's doing. "You're saying things you've never said before." "Because I was worried about you." Leperum puts down his fork. "Worried about me?" He smirks and says, "Surely you weren't hoping I'd get hurt, were you?" She slams the table and yells excitedly, "Of course not! Seeing you do things you've never done before, it must be so." She tells herself, "Calm down, be calm. I expected him to be this wary." "Don't we have a child? Yes, our Cardiso. I want to discuss how we should best educate him." Leperum stands up and laughs dryly. "Ha! You want to discuss how we should best educate him? Did the accident mess with your brain?" "I'm perfectly normal." She approaches him. "So let's together." Leperum quickly backs away. "Don't touch me." "Do I look like someone who would be fooled by your act?" "What act?" She sadly recalls the scene of Cardiso avoiding her before. Carso was like this too. "I don't understand what I did to make them hate me so much. I wanted to resolve this peacefully by talking. Why did it turn out like this? I think I have indigestion. I don't want my adorable Carso to grow up to be a cruel person. If you have nothing more to say, I'm leaving." "No, we haven't had a proper talk yet." She quickly runs after him, calling, "Wait, Duke!" Suddenly, she stumbles and falls. "Ugh." Leperum quickly steps forward and catches her. He then carries her to bed and asks, "Why do you have indigestion?" "Why else?" "You were being difficult even when I was trying to be cheerful. During the meal, you didn't say a word and just wore that scary expression. Who wouldn't get indigestion from that?" She screams in her head, "I'm not even the real Serial. How can I endure it when his whole body is radiating malice? He's not cute like Carso either." She looks at him and asks, "Am I that hateful?" Leperum says in astonishment, "You don't hate me," she asks in surprise. "Huh?" Serial hates her husband. Why? He holds her hand and says in a sad tone, "The moment I got close, you would scream and throw pillows." "Why are you acting like you don't remember it all?" Serial cries out as he squeezes her hand. "Ah, ah, ah." Was that too much? I didn't use any strength at all. She pulls her hand back and replies, "Not too much." He glances at her, then gently takes her hand again. "Your hand is so cold. I know you're uncomfortable, but let's stay like this for a moment." She responds, dazed, Just bear with it for a bit. The mansion's doctor will be here soon." As he finishes speaking, the doctor rushes in. "Madam, are you all right? I'll check on you right away." "Speak of the devil. You should rest." Hey, wait a minute. Madam, you shouldn't move so suddenly." She lowers her head in defeat and screams internally, "Ah!" We still haven't had a proper talk. Getting close to the men of this house is harder than climbing to the sky. The next day. Ugh, why isn't my stomach feeling any better? For Carso's sake, I want to create a harmonious family. Is there no other way to get close to my husband? The cozy dinner plan was a failure, and I don't want to try it again. If only I could think of a good idea. Suddenly, there's a knock on the door. "Who is it? I told Daisy not to let anyone in." In this mansion, the only people Daisy can't stop, I don't even need to think to know there are only two. Serial exclaims excitedly. Could it be Carso? She goes to the door and calls, Carso! The little boy, holding a lollipop, gently pushes the door open. He speaks up. Yes. Thank God it really is our Carso. I heard from the maids that you have indigestion. She is moved to tears. He came to see me himself because he knew his mother was sick. How can he be so cute and adorable? If you eat this, you'll feel better. She happily takes it. Thank you for worrying about me, Carso. The boy says, flustered, I didn't come here to hear that. The maids told me to come, so... Is that so? But still, I want to thank you. I'm so happy that Carso came to visit. As she pats his head, Cardiso stands frozen. The atmosphere immediately becomes awkward. Why is he staring? Did I do something wrong? Meanwhile, Cardiso is still in shock. She thanked me. Serial quickly pulls her hand back. I patted your head. Don't do that next time. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Besides, if you feel so uncomfortable that you get indigestion, then don't eat with father anymore. Are you worried about me? No. He's so cute even when he's lying. Still, I have to make an effort. Once I get used to it, it won't happen anymore. Cardiso asks gloomily, You said you would try. Yes, because he is your father and my husband. She thinks to herself, I hate eating with that scary person too, but it's all for you. Is he more important than me? No one is more important than Carso. But you're spending time with father now. In this meal too, I'm the only one who's redundant. After saying that, the boy leaves in a fit of anger. Serial calls, Carso. Did he misunderstand and think I'm abandoning him? Suddenly, she runs and throws her arms around the boy. To me, Carso is the most important. So, compared to anyone else, I prefer being with you. You are the most important. Cardiso blushes and says nothing. Serial asks in surprise, then thinks to herself, He's not biting me? No, that can't be right. So that's it. Carso still doesn't like me at all. She says, I see. Suddenly, Cardiso turns and burrows into her embrace. She calls out in surprise, Carso! He moves his lips. His eyes are welling up with tears as he calls out, Mother! She is surprised by his change. She says, You should go back to sleep. When you're sick, Mom needs to rest properly to get well soon. You have to eat the chocolate I gave you to have a good sleep. Do you understand, Mom? She hugs Cardiso tightly. Yes, I'll do as you say. A few days later. Will Carso like it? Of course, madam. This is precious information I got from the chef. If he knows this is a gift you personally made for him, he will definitely like it. Thinking about how Cardiso will like it, she runs to the kitchen to bake a cake herself, despite the chef's protests. Please let me do it, madam. This isn't your job. A while later, she holds a gift box and says happily, That would be great. Later in the garden. Hello, Carso. Are you feeling better, Mother? Yes, thanks to your concern, I'm all better. Thank you for spending time with me today. I promised you I would. Our Carso even knows how to keep his promises. So good. Daisy, help me a bit. Yes, madam. Daisy cuts the cake. Serial says, I brought this to eat with you. Will you eat with me? Cardiso exclaims in surprise. Walnut cake? He thinks to himself. I should use a fork like a grown-up, but I want to eat it with my hands. Serial is full of anticipation. I worked hard to prepare it. Please try a piece. Young master, the madam worked hard to prepare this since morning. Please try it, even just a little bit. He puts down the fork and picks up the cake with his hand. Then he brings it to his mouth. He quickly takes a bite. But his expression suggests it's not very good. Serial asks, How does it taste? Cardiso bluntly replies, It's absolutely terrible, which instantly turns Serial and Daisy to stone. She cries internally. Or really? Did I put in too much sugar? Or did I not bake it long enough? What went wrong? Daisy explains, It's probably because it's the madam's first time making it, so she's not used to it. She says, My mother made this herself. I heard you like to eat it. I've never made it before, so it doesn't taste good, but Cardiso immediately picks up a piece of cake and eats it voraciously. Serial calls out in surprise. Carso! Mom, I'm fine, so you don't have to force yourself to eat it. That's not it. Do you think I'm doing this for you? I'm only eating it because I like it. Give me another piece. Yes, young master. But you just said it wasn't good. After eating more, I don't think it's that bad. Thank you. I'll try harder for you. Afterwards, she walks and thinks, he was so cute today. The way he talked was cute, and he even ate 3 pieces of cake. She becomes determined. For such a cute child, I have to get close to my husband quickly. She raises her hand to knock on the door. Duke, it's me. She tells herself that when the door opens, she has to smile brightly. Control your emotions. Control your emotions. But the person who opens the door is Ritbin, Duke Loperum's aide. Who is it at this hour? It's the madam. The Duchess is here. Loperum speaks up. What is it? She smiles and replies, While I was looking at the ledgers, there was a part I didn't understand. Could you spare me a moment? He says irritably, I'm busy. The atmosphere in the room immediately becomes tense. Even Ritbin is helpless against his master's attitude. Didn't you hear me? I'm busy, so get out. Ritbin forces a professional smile and says, Your Grace, you should take a short break. I don't need to. Escort the madam back. Both of them say in unison, Your Grace, you don't even have a little time for your wife? Ritbin cries internally. Just before you were worried about the madam and now she's come to your door, but you'll get a headache if you keep looking at documents like that. You should change your mood and look over the household matters with me. Loperum cuts him off. Ritbin, didn't you hear me say I'm busy? He answers, startled. Yes. Escort the madam back. Madam, I'm very sorry, but it seems the Duke is very busy today. The Duke is also very happy that you came to see him. Loperum immediately yells, Ritbin! It's getting late, so if you could please come back tomorrow, madam. All right, thank you, Ritbin. Serial returns with a sad expression. Daisy asks, Are you all right? Not at all, but it will probably be fine. She glances back at Loperum's room. Isn't he taking a break? I have to think of a reason to come see him tomorrow morning. The next day, there's nothing important to do. So today, which fairy tale should I read to Carso in the garden? Daisy, what is it? Marchioness Penzel has sent you a letter, madam. Marchioness Penzel. Thank you, madam, for agreeing to come to our child's birthday party. I don't know how to thank you. Is there anything I should pay special attention to? If there's any dessert or flower you like, please let us know. We will prepare it meticulously. Serial thinks that always refusing isn't good either. Recalling the reply letter from before, she is bewildered. I am truly happy that you have taken your precious time. We will ensure you have a wonderful time. Did I write it wrong because Daisy suddenly started talking? A birthday party. A birthday party, you say? The young master's birthday isn't for a while, is it? Could it be, you're planning to prepare in advance? You've really changed, madam. The young master will be so happy. Just leave it to us. We will prepare a party so large and magnificent it's beyond imagination. That's not what I meant. She feels a pang of guilt. I have to prepare a birthday for another child, not Carso. Looking at the calendar, it's in 2 weeks, but Marchioness Penzel. I've heard that name somewhere before. Where have I heard it? I remember now, it's Jedius Penzel. Wait, if I remember correctly, Jedius is... Isn't he the second male lead who gets killed by Carso in the novel Tattered Wings? He's going to be killed by Carso? It would be a problem if that happens. I can't let that happen. Seeing her lost in thought, Daisy calls, Madam. Serial is still lost in her thoughts. How could my Carso do something like that? I will definitely raise him well. She stands up, leaning on her hands, and calls, Daisy? Yes, madam. I need to go see Carso now. Please let him know. At this time in Loperum's office, Ritbin says, The madam should be arriving soon. You did tell her to come back tomorrow after all that trouble. Are you short on work? Why are you so talkative today? No, I have plenty of work. Loperum looks down, brooding. She's been acting stranger and stranger since the accident. She's been seeking me out every day lately. It's suspicious. He recalls the past. Don't touch me. Now you won't even look at me? Why should I care about you? Just once. Our wedding is tomorrow anyway. Can't you smile? If you have nothing more to say, then go back. Hasn't Serial always been cold to me? I thought I'd never see her smile happily again. Duke, I brought some nice tea for you to drink when you're tired. Shall we drink together? I heard you're inspecting the territory today. If possible, could I come with you? The cake the chef made is really delicious. You can talk to me while you relax. And her bright smile, the way she calls Duke. When she comes today, she'll probably smile at me again. I know it's impossible, but I don't want to miss it. Looking at the book stained black with ink, Ritman calls out in alarm, Duke, have you been very tired lately? He tears out the page. It's nothing special. But why is the madam so late today? Shall I go and check? He stands up and says, all right, this is getting more and more troublesome. I'm feeling cooped up, staying in here all day. I'm going out for a bit. Yes, sir. Where are you going so suddenly, Your Grace? What about all these documents? Isn't it your job to help me with these things? Ritman reluctantly replies, yes, it's my job. If you're going to look for the madam, I heard she's often in the garden these days. You're talking nonsense again. I might run into her by chance. Go and inform the madam so she doesn't have to come here. Have a good time, Your Grace. As Loparam is walking, he hears a voice. Liar. He frowns, recognizing, isn't that Carso's voice? Over here, Serial says, why are you calling me a liar? Don't you go looking for Father first every day? And yet you say I'm the most important. Do you like being with Father? Hearing that, Loparam freezes. Serial replies, flustered, Carso. Outside, Loparam holds his forehead and thinks, I'm eavesdropping on someone else's conversation. I don't understand what I'm doing anymore. Serial. The fact that she's been coming to see me, even now it makes my heart. Just then, Serial's words ring out, I like being with you more. Loparam's expression changes instantly. Cardiso crosses his arms and says, there you go again, you're lying. She takes his hand. I'm not tricking you. I came to ask if you would go to Marchioness Penzel's birthday party with me. Marchioness Penzel? I was invited to the birthday party of a child who's the same age as you. Will you go with me? Cardiso thinks for a moment, then asks, do we have to prepare a gift? We should prepare a gift before we go. Suddenly, Cardiso's face crumples. You've never prepared a birthday gift for me. Oh no, how did the conversation turn to gifts? Serial has never given Carso a birthday gift. He shoves her hand away. Why have you been acting so strange lately? Are you planning to hurt me like before? Before, Cardiso had run after Serial, pulling at her. Mother! Don't call me mother. Watch your mouth. Is this Serial's memory? How could she treat a child so horribly? She moves forward to comfort him. Carso, mother, I don't need someone like you for a mother. I don't have any hope anymore. Another memory floods her mind. At that time, Cardiso had asked sadly, my birthday. Serial had asked in a cold voice, what about it? I want you to wish me a happy birthday. Just once. Serial's face darkens as she snaps, Carso! Stop acting like a child. Cardiso calls out helplessly, Mother, then stands there, his face streaked with tears, with no one to comfort him. Even though it's just a brief memory, my heart feels like it's being stabbed. If only I could have comforted him then. If only I could have said one word of congratulation. She throws her arms around Cardiso. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I can't forgive myself. How could I do that to a child? Cardiso yells, I hate you. I really hate you. I'm sorry for leaving you alone, for not caring, for not loving you. I'm truly sorry for making you feel lonely. That won't happen again. I'll give you a love that nothing can replace. Even so, I still hate you, but I still love you very much. We'll throw a huge birthday party for you, okay? I hate crowds. I want you to receive many birthday wishes from everyone. Don't you like sweets? If there are more people, the cake will be bigger and more spectacular. Aren't you curious? I understand. Then go ahead and do it. It's a special day for you. Isn't there anything else you want? Don't people usually want a lot of beautiful things? Cardiso replies nonchalantly, I want to be wished. Huh? Can you speak a little louder? I want you to wish me a happy birthday. An image of the tearful Carso from the past appears. I see. I'll do my best to prepare. That's too late. I want to be wished before the other kids. Carso, then. Can you spend time with me tomorrow? We'll have a celebration that you like in the garden. Cardiso hugs her. Okay. Loparam had patiently stood and listened to their entire conversation. He turns and walks away, muttering, The garden, huh? Tonight will be a long one. The next day, Loparam hears a commotion from a distance. "Happy birthday, young master," he thinks to himself. It's so lively. The previous night. "Duke, what did I do wrong? You two are having issues with the madam again." "I did something unnecessary." He glances over at Cyril. She and everyone else are happily celebrating Cardiso's birthday. "Cardiso, happy birthday." The maids also cheer. Happy birthday, young master." Cyril turns sharply towards Loparam. "I've been feeling a strange gaze for a while now. It should be fine if I step out for a bit, right? Duke, what brings you here?" He pretends to be clueless. What is everyone doing and wearing such a funny-looking hat?" "You say it's funny? I worked very hard to make it. As you can see, we're having a birthday party. Carso said he doesn't like crowds, so I plan to celebrate his previous birthday here. Why are you doing something you've never done before? What's this all of a sudden?" He always shoos me away saying he's busy, but now he's asking so many questions. She forced a smile and said, "Because of our cute and beautiful Carso. You used to hate even a single touch. Didn't you leave all his care to the wet nurse? Is it so strange? That boy is so lovely and adorable, why couldn't you be like that?" Although Cyril's memories appear in fragments, I can't feel her emotions from back then. "You speak as if you weren't the one who did it. You're not acting, are you? Now it's no longer someone else's business. So, Duke, what do you think about us raising Carso together?" "For Carso? You've been calling our son's name so affectionately, yet you call me Duke? Don't tell me you don't even know my name." Cyril froze about that. "I did ask Daisy before, but I've never used it, so I've completely forgotten. What should I do now?" Loparam frowned darkly and said, "Try calling my name." Cyril's face turned pale, momentarily unsure how to respond. "Why won't you say it?" She stammered and then, radiantly, "Kian." He blushed, his heart pounding. "Kian, she's calling my name. I called your name as you wished. What's wrong?" He turned his face away without answering. "I don't remember his full name, so I just called him by his first name. That won't cause any trouble, will it?" Loparam was also lost in his own thoughts. She always kept her distance with the title Duke. Why the sudden change? She has truly opened up. If she keeps acting like this, then Are you not pleased? Do as you wish. I still have work to do. I'm leaving." With that, he quickly left. She thought to herself, everything should be fine now, right? Suddenly, Cardiso came and tugged at her dress. "What did you say to father, huh?" It was nothing special. Could it be that he also wanted a blessing from his father? I hadn't thought of that. "Carso, I'm sorry. Are you angry because Mom didn't invite Dad to your birthday party? Actually, your father did come to wish you a happy birthday, but he was too busy to greet you properly. Let's not talk about father anymore, because the party isn't over yet." The little boy mumbled, "The cake? You're speaking too softly. Mommy can't hear you. Can you speak a little louder?" Cardiso took her hand. "Let's go eat cake now." "Is that it? What do I do? What should I do? He's too cute. Young master, please try this cake. I guarantee it's more delicious than usual." "That's right. This cake was made with ingredients her ladyship carefully selected just for you, young master." Although Mom didn't make it herself for Carso's sake, Mom put in a lot of effort, even if it was just choosing the ingredients. Cardiso hesitantly asked, Next time, will you celebrate with me too, Mom?" Everyone was moved and exclaimed, "We'll love you forever." "Of course," she said. "From now on, Mom will always celebrate with you because it's the day our treasure was born. Today's party was for your previous birthday. For your next birthday, Mom will throw an even grander party." Suddenly, Cyril's eyes showed a look of surprise, because of Cardiso's radiant smile. "Yes, you promise, Mom." "Huh? Why am I suddenly crying? I once wished for you to just look at me, even just once. I've never heard you praise me for doing a good job. I just wanted to feel even a little bit of your warmth." "My heart aches so much. Who is saying that?" Why are you crying, Mom? Are you okay?" "Madam, here's a handkerchief." I'm fine. I just got emotional sharing this moment with you." "Carso, how many times have I lied to him today? Carso, I'm sorry." "You'll feel better if you eat a piece. This cake is delicious. Try it, Mom." Cyril promptly took a bite of the cake from Cardiso's hand. "It's good, isn't it?" It's delicious because you fed it to me. Then let me feed you one more piece. Thank you, Carso. The servants burst into tears. To think we could witness such a beautiful moment. This is truly wonderful. This feels strange. Is it because of the memory that just surfaced? I feel like I don't deserve to be this happy. A few days later, Serial sat engrossed in writing something. Phew, it's all done. You've worked hard. Are you going to see the young master now? No, I mean... Later, Cardiso said sulkily, Why did you come? I don't want to talk to someone who breaks her promises. Because something urgent came up that I couldn't avoid. Fine, but I won't accept any excuses next time. You must remember, I am always your #1 priority. Yes, to me, you are always #1. Then she went to Loperam's room. Duke, I heard you're also very busy today. Her words left the two men stunned. I brought you some tea. It will help you relax. I'll just put it here and leave. Suddenly, Loperam said, Sit down. Normally, he would tell me to get out. What's going on? As you can see, I have a lot of work. I can't even spare a moment to rest, but I don't mind if you sit next to me. You can come any time. I won't chase you away anymore. What's this? He's finally opening up to me. Thank you, Duke. Why don't you call me Kian? Ah, right, Kian. So you'll come to see me first from now on, right? She returned, pulling at her hair in frustration. Those two are exactly alike. How can I possibly see both of them at the same time with only one body? Madam, I have a great idea. Serial asked excitedly. A great idea? What is it? The next morning, Loperam sat engrossed in his work. Meanwhile, Serial sat with Cardiso, drinking tea and reading. The atmosphere was awkwardly quiet. Serial thought to herself, It was a perfect plan, so how did it end up like this? Last night, Daisy had said, Madam, you want to get closer to both the young master and the Duke, right? Yes, that's right. Then how about meeting them both at the same time? The young master and the Duke would surely love that. But having a meal together feels a bit... A nauseating memory surfaced. Daisy said, Tea time should be fine. The Duke has been spending a lot of time in his study lately. How about you go there with the young master? Going alone would feel a bit awkward, but it should be more fun with Carso. Back to the present. Why isn't it going as planned? No one is saying a word. She turned to Cardiso. Were you calling me, Mom? Loperam also spoke up. What did you call for? No, it's nothing, Duke. Loperam frowned in reminder. Kian. It seems he likes that intimate form of address. Kian. You called for Carso just now. Did you want to say something to me, Mom? I feel a fearsome gaze on me, but for now, I need to focus on Carso. Do you remember your promise to go to a birthday party with me in a few days? Yes, do you mean just the two of us? Cardiso's words struck a nerve with Kian. He grimly snapped the pen in his hand. The work situation is not clear. Before we go, can you promise me one thing? What is it? He probably won't harm Jedius now, but it's better to be careful. This is a birthday party for a boy your age. Please try to get along with him, okay? Do I have to? Have you forgotten what I've taught you? No, I haven't forgotten. I remember everything you've said. You said that when meeting friends, even if I don't like them, I shouldn't scorn them or be unpleasant. Our Carso is so smart. That's just basic. I hope you'll make some new friends and have a good time. She held out her finger. Promise. Cardiso immediately linked his pinky with hers. I would have known even if you didn't tell me. Oh my, you're such a good boy, our Carso. Suddenly she paused and turned to call out, Kian, as the pile of documents flew into disarray. Carso, wait for Mom a moment. Okay. I heard he's been very busy lately. I wonder if he's sick or something. Are you all right? Should I call a doctor? Suddenly he took her hand. There's no need. Do you like our son that much? Yes, he's our son. Our son. That's right, he's our son. Cardiso also chimed in. Of course Mom has to like me. He also emphasized the word our. The image of the boy being happy over even small displays of affection is also cute. Are these really the same people who were so wary of me after I became Serial? She involuntarily let out a laugh. The father and son asked in unison, Why did you suddenly laugh? Why did you suddenly laugh, Mom? That, if I say I find them cute, will it cause embarrassment? She said, Because this moment is so happy. Relaxing and enjoying tea together, what do you think? Loperam looked down at the table, then lifted his teacup. Cyril eagerly awaited his answer while Cardiso looked annoyed. After that, a quiet atmosphere once again enveloped the room. A few days later. Have a safe trip, madam and young master. Mom, my bow came undone. Carso still doesn't know how to tie this, does he? No. Mommy will do it for you. There, all done. Suddenly, Loparum appeared beside them. Are you leaving now? She turned around, startled. He doesn't have any outside appointments today. Did I remember wrong? Are you here to see us off? I just have to go out for a bit. Ritbin was speechless, thinking, Duke, when will you ever be honest? I see. Well, have a safe trip. Mom, let's hurry up and go. Ritbin called out. Madam, could you wait a moment, please? This is truly a miracle. The Duke and Madam are heading in the same direction. Why don't you all go together? Cardiso said, I don't want to. Absolutely not. I think it's fine. With that, the father and son exchanged a loving, fiery glare. Our carriage is a bit small. Won't you find it inconvenient, Duke? Right, let's go without Dad. I don't mind. We can go together. Both of them are acting strangely today. What on earth is going on? Oh, I know. Kian and Carso have gotten closer than I thought. That's why he wants to go with us. And Carso feels shy about it. That's why he's acting this way. I should do my best to help them get closer. All right, let's do this. I'll take a different carriage. You and Carso can ride together in this one. Hearing this, the father and son were stunned and bewildered. Cardiso climbed into the carriage and slammed the door. I'd rather go alone. Huh? Loparum also turned away. I just remembered I have a lot of work to take care of. Huh? What's this? Did I mess something up? In the end, I still went with just Carso. Carso, this is the first birthday party you've attended, right? You must be looking forward to it. Not really. I understand. It seems the unpleasant feeling from before hasn't disappeared yet. Suddenly, she had a brilliant idea. I heard there are many delicious desserts at this party. Delicious desserts? All right, I know I can get his attention by talking about sweets. I know how much you like walnut pie, Carso, so I had them prepare something very special for you. Cardiso's eyes sparkled. Walnut pie? He immediately reined in his excitement. I know you like other cakes too, right? So cute. I know you're looking forward to tasting a delicious walnut pie. It'll probably be much tastier than the one I made for you last time. No, the walnut pie you made last time was delicious. Puffed, even though he says that, I know how terrible it really was. Carso is a child who is both very adorable and very considerate. Why are you laughing, Mom? I'm sorry, I was just thinking how cute you are right now. Even if you hadn't said those things, I would have behaved properly at the birthday party. Thank you. I hope you make lots of good friends here. They soon arrived at their destination. Oh my, this is the first time I've seen that carriage. I heard that Duchess Loparum is coming today. Welcome, madam. Cardiso stepped down and said, Take my hand. Thank you, Carso. You are a wonderful escort for your mother. The butler said, Please follow me to the garden. Cardiso said in surprise, The cake here is so big, but not as big as mine. It seems he's very excited to be here. So cute. Welcome, Duchess Loparum. I didn't expect you would accept my invitation, madam. Thank you for taking the time to come today. Not at all. I should be thanking you for inviting me, Marchioness Penzel. I see you've brought a cute child with you. I've always been worried because Jedias doesn't have many friends, but seeing so many children here today makes me really happy. Carso might have a little trouble warming up to others at first, but he is certainly a kind and lovely child. I hope the children can become good friends. I'd like to meet your son as well, Marchioness Penzel. I'm sure he is also an incredibly adorable child. He must be as intelligent and gentle as you are. You're embarrassing me, Duchess. We've prepared a video for this birthday party. You can see how adorable Jedias is in it. A video. I didn't know something like a movie camera existed in this world. I'm looking forward to seeing that video. This means if I have that device, I can record all of Carso's cute expressions. Marchioness Penzel, where did you buy that projection camera you mentioned? Excuse me, Duchess, there's a flame right next to you. What's this? Cardiso created a flame in his hand. If you try to take pictures or film me, I'll burn them all. I just want to look at you. What a pity. You're so cute. Let's go inside with the other children. We will be having tea with the other ladies, Duchess. Do you have to go, Mom? Yes, I'll only be gone for a little while. You'll keep your promise to me, right? Young master, this way, please. Are you worried about him? Yes, this is his first time interacting with other children. We don't often attend social gatherings. I hope you won't feel awkward here. It will be fine if we talk with the other ladies about the children. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Follow me. The mother's tea party is this way. Duchess Loperam has arrived. Everyone please feel free to greet and get to know each other. Oh, Duchess Loperam. Please have a seat, Duchess Loperam. Make yourself comfortable and enjoy the desserts. Oh my, they're delicious. Is that so? If we have time to meet again, I'll prepare even more desserts for you. Thank you. I will definitely invite you to my son's upcoming birthday party. The red-haired lady stared intently at Cereal, then put down her teacup and said, By the way, since we're here, may I ask you a question? I brought a dog with me. A dog? Why is she suddenly talking about this? No matter how much you pay for a dog, sometimes it still won't listen to its owner, you know? What do you think about this? Duchess Loperam. Cereal was stunned by her question. I'm not so sure. Wouldn't it be better to train it carefully so it learns to behave in a friendly and obedient manner? What are you talking about? Going to all that trouble just for a dog? The lady in the yellow dress chimed in. That's right. If it were me, I would have thrown it out long ago. An expensive dog that doesn't know its place is just a waste of time and money. It's better to buy a new one. Aha! I think so too, but at least my dog knows how to listen. It still believes it's a noble, but it's forgotten that it was sold to me. So it still acts defiantly even though it knows it's no better than a dog? Oh, you catch on quick. At home, we have to constantly remind it of that. Is she talking about me? Is she alluding to something about Cereal? And the owner she mentioned is Duke Kian. Thank you for your opinion, Duchess Loperam. I will put in a little more effort so that the dog can behave appropriately and be more obedient. What the hell is wrong with this woman? After that, the atmosphere became quiet. Marchioness Penzel occasionally glanced at Cereal. She thought, things became quiet after that conversation, but at least they didn't talk about strange things anymore. I want to see Carso. I wonder if he's having fun. The woman spoke again. By the way, Duchess Loperam, I'd like to discuss something with someone of your high status. Is that all right? Now what does she want? Whatever it is, I have no way out. Of course, what is it? I was wondering if the Duke allows his wife to invite guests to the residence. A husband should listen to his wife, so I thought you could invite us. He cares for me very much. However, that doesn't mean the Duke allows me to invite guests to the residence. It seems the Duke is rather indifferent to you. Suddenly, Marchioness Penzel put down her teacup. The tea suddenly seems a bit bitter. Perhaps we can postpone this conversation for another time? Is Marchioness Penzel helping me? I also have a very cute parrot, but sometimes it says things I don't understand. It keeps saying troublesome and rude things out of nowhere. I don't know where it learned them. Cereal felt a surge of gratitude. Is she actually trying to take my side? Cereal spoke up. What a pity. So what did you do to correct it? What could I do? It's just a bird in the end. I wouldn't throw out a family member just because it says some nonsense sometimes. It's not like it had an affair with a royal knight or anything of that sort. I don't think I could face it if someone did that in my house. The others whispered, Oh my God, so the rumors are true? Poor Count Surdy. Marchioness Penzel continued. The most important thing is that I spend time teaching it how to speak properly and say good and right things. The red-haired lady's face grew angrier as she heard the sarcastic remarks about herself. I have something to attend to, so I'll be leaving now. The other ladies also scurried away. I see it's getting quite late. I should go too. Me too. Thank you for the invitation, Marchioness Penzel. You two are leaving as well? Oh, what a shame. Travel safely, everyone. Marchioness Penzel is so cool. I think the delicious taste of the food is slowly coming back. Would you like to try a cookie? Of course, thank you, Marchioness Penzel. It seems these cookies are much sweeter and tastier than before. Only the two of them were left at the parents' tea table, chatting away. Meanwhile, with the children, Cardiso was still sitting and eating cake with delight. Jedius, who was playing with his friends, noticed him. Keep playing, I'll be right back. Watching Cardiso enjoy the cake, Jedius asked, Do you like it? I really don't like interacting with kids like this. But Cardiso is also a kid. I hope you can make good friends. But I guess I have to keep my promise to Mom. Yeah, it's delicious. Do you want some? Don't you know who I am? No, does it matter? Anyway, I'm older than all of you. The estate's chef made this walnut pie for my party. So you must be Jedius Penzel, right? The star of today's birthday party. That's right. Are you jealous? Cardiso replied, no. Why? Just because? Cardiso mumbled, I congratulate you and hope we can play together. Huh? Why is your face all red now? You look funny. Why did you approach me? It won't be as fun playing with me as it is with the others. I think it'd be better if we all played together. I also don't like seeing you sit alone. You talk like a moralist. I know, that's why my mom praises me every day. Does your mom praise you like that? Of course. My mom does it even when it's annoying. I don't think so. My mom definitely does it more than your mom. I doubt it. You don't know how often my mom praises me. My mom does it 10,000 times more than your mom. In your dreams, your mom can't even compare to mine. And so they argued over whose mother praised them more. Jedius, you said you'd be right back, and you're playing with him? What's the problem? Can't I play with whoever I want? Don't you know who he is? He's a stray dog with mixed blood. My mom said if you touch someone from his family, you'll be cursed. Cardiso smirked coldly. Ha! Are you prepared to take responsibility for what you just said? What did you say? You think I'm scared of you? Cardiso recalled what Ritbin once said. You hold the highest status in this Cardiso territory, second only to the Duke. Therefore, standing in such a high position, you must learn to behave with propriety and dignity. Cardiso thought, if we were both adults with my power, he probably wouldn't even dare to look up at me. I have to handle this calmly. Has no one told you? It's best to behave properly in front of a member of the ducal family. What? Jedius asked. So what are you going to do to him? It's a little annoying that he said that about my father, but there's no need to get physical. What? You're the son of a ducal family. You can do whatever you want. I can't. I promised my mom I'd get along with the other children. You know what? My mom said it's better to ditch friends who spread bad rumors about you. It's fine, it's okay. Just then the red-haired lady came over and called, Baron, where are you? It's time to go. The red-haired boy answered, Mom! Cardiso frowned and said, like mother, like son. At least I don't have to worry about him anymore, right? Well, I guess so. On the other side, Marchioness Penzel said, all the time I spend with him feels so short. You feel that way too, Marchioness Penzel? Whenever I spend time with my son, I feel the same way. I can't believe we're so alike. Everyone says the affection I have for him is abnormal. How can you help it? It's because the children are too cute. It's not strange at all. Really? How do you usually spend time with your child? Cyril hesitated. My head suddenly hurts. I've given you everything you've ever wanted until now. At least use that face to build relationships with high-ranking nobles. Do your part. Is that man Cyril's father? What a horrible memory. Duchess Loperum, are you okay? If you're feeling tired, I'm fine. I just suddenly got worried about how my son is doing with the other children. You really care about your son, Duchess Loperum. In that case, why don't we go see how the children are doing? I would appreciate that very much, Marchioness Penzel. And so the two of them went to find the children. Cyril worried to herself. Did he get into a fight with the other kids? No, I have to trust my son. But it's hard not to think about what happened in the novel. Even he knows how to use his powers now. After they arrived, the butler spoke up. Oh, you're here, madam. What's all this noise? Madam, the Loperum and Surdy children just had an argument about something, and now the Loperum child is crying. Cyril asked in shock. What did you say? I'm such a fool. Carso is just a child. Why didn't I think something like this would happen? She rushed over, calling, Carso! He ran to her, whimpering. It's okay, Mom's here now, it's okay. Are you hurt? Why are you crying like this? Cyril's face hardened, her voice cold as she asked, Who made my son cry? Who dared to touch my son? It was her. Countess Surty, would you mind explaining everything to me? She trembled and replied, Duchess Loperum, my son said he made a small mistake. If it was just a small mistake, why is my son crying? It's because... Jedius spoke up. If you don't mind, let me tell you. Jedius, I told you, as a noble, not to hang around people with no manners. Wait, I need to explain. I know you're an upright and intelligent boy, but can you keep your promise to your mother? Yes, I understand. Duchess Loperum, I sincerely apologize. I've made you feel uncomfortable during tea time. Not only that, but I've also given our distinguished guests a bad experience. It's fine. You don't need to apologize for that, Marchioness Penzel. I just want to know exactly what mistake was made that brought my son to tears. Whatever it was, my son must receive an apology. I don't have much patience, Countess Surti. Why haven't you explained yet? The only thing my son did was call the Duke's son a bastard with mixed blood. But children don't know any better. So you mean nothing serious happened because of that? That habit of his of pointing fingers at others was surely inherited from your genes. He also said that if you touch him, you'll be cursed. Ha ha ha, I already gave my boy a good scolding, so let's just move on from this, shall we? Let's continue enjoying this beautiful day. It is indeed a beautiful day, but before that I demand an apology for my son. Cereal cut in. Before you punish your child by slapping him, why don't you do the polite thing and apologize to my son first? The woman stammered. Me? Apologize? I will not repeat myself. Apologize to my child along with your son, Countess Surti. She grabbed the boy's head and yelled, Did you hear me? Get over there and apologize now. Ah, no! My cheek hurts. Do you need another slap to come to your senses? Cereal called out sharply. Countess Surti! She froze, trembling with fear. The Duchess is angry. Baron, hurry up and apologize. The boy said resentfully, tears streaming down his face. I'm sorry, it was my fault. Forgive me if my son hurt you. I don't know where he heard those words, but they are meaningless. Don't touch him. You're trying to touch my son with the same hand you used to hit your own child. I will report this to the Duke. Duchess Lauperam, wait, please. Cereal looked at Baron, who was crying with his arms crossed, and thought, that kid was probably a good child, just a bit overly spirited. It's normal for kids this age to be mischievous. She said, a child is not a toy for you to mold as you please. I will never forgive someone like you. Let's go home, Carso. Yes. After we get home, I need to see Kian first. This isn't just an insult to Kian, but to the honor of this entire family. Then the two of them returned by carriage. I'm sorry, Carso. I said I would be with you, but ever since I came to get you, everything's been fine. Besides, you didn't cause any trouble and even made friends with the other kids. I kept my promise to you, so please don't abandon me. There's no way Mom would abandon Carso. But in the past, everyone did that to me. I also understand why he's mad at me. Isn't it because of what happened in the 2 months before we reconciled? Why did Cereal treat her own child so harshly? Every time Carso makes a face like this, my heart aches. Because now, this child is truly my son, not just the male lead from a novel I read. You must have been so lonely. I'm sorry. From now on, I will always be by your side more. I hate liars, so you have to keep your promise. Who would dare lie to Carso? Anyway, I kept my promise. Is this what you wanted? When Cereal hesitated, Cardiso lowered his head and said softly, No, I understand. She quickly said, Of course it is. Today you kept your promise to me and were also very brave. So I want to grant Carso a wish. Really? Then tonight, can you read me a fairy tale before I go to sleep? A fairy tale? Yes. That kid kept bragging about how his mom always reads him fairy tales every night before bed. That kid? Who are you talking about, Carso? Jedius Penzel. I made friends with him. Oh, really? Yes. I'm so happy. Should I take you to play with him when we have the chance? I'll make sure you two can play safely and have fun next time. I don't want to see Jedius again. I just want to eat more walnut pie. I'm so glad you liked it. I'll be sure to have them prepare it more carefully next time. In the afternoon, they returned to the ducal estate. It's getting quite late, isn't it? But the sun has only just set. It seems like summer is coming. Should we go boating together to cool off from the heat? Go together? Of course. With your father, too. The three of us will go together. What do you think? Sounds fun, right? I don't want Dad to come. It'll be much more fun if we all go together. Your father loves you as much as I do, Carso. If you promise not to leave me, I won't bring up the thing with Dad again. Thank you. I will try even harder for you, Carso. Later, Cereal was in her room thinking, what did Countess Surti mean at the party? Was Cereal forced to marry Kian? I still don't understand why that woman called Kian a barbarian. Why did Cereal neglect Carso like that? Why did Kian say that Cereal used to hate him so much? This body remembers some basic customs and etiquette, but the memories of this family are as faint as if they never existed. Something is wrong with this. I need to find my lost memories. Yes, madam, you called for me? In this empire. What does the word barbarian mean? Suddenly, the tea tray in Daisy's hands fell to the ground and shattered. Daisy asked, startled, "What did you say? Why are you curious about that?" "I apologize if I have offended you in any way." "No, Daisy, you've done nothing wrong. It's just that something unpleasant happened when I visited Marchioness Penzel. The second son of the Certi family told Carso that he has barbaric, mixed blood, and that anyone who gets close will be cursed by that blood." What a rude child. Is that why you asked me that question? But my lady, actually my memories have become faint and hazy after the accident. That's why I asked. Is that why you've come to love and treat the young master so well? No way, after my memory returns, do you think things will go back to how they were? But madam, I love my Carso, and I know that child is kinder and sweeter than anyone. I understand what you're thinking, but it would be better if we don't report this to the Duke. Why do you think so? I don't know exactly what happened between you two, but I think there must be a good reason why you lost your memories. Since the accident, you have changed a lot. If he finds out that your kindness is just a result of your amnesia, he might very well try to close his heart again. Because if your memories return, the Duke wouldn't be able to bear the Duchess's cold attitude once more. Does Keen hate me that much? Is that even possible? If he hated you, he wouldn't have spent such a large sum of money to propose to you. What do you mean, a large sum of money? To free you from that crumbling house, he was the first one to propose that deal. Keen did that? Yes, he did. I see. As for Countess Certi's matter, I will call the Penzel estate to ask for more information about it. Then I will report back to the Duke. Can I do that? I think the Duke will realize something is wrong. You used to be very indifferent about interacting with strangers. So if you suddenly go to him and talk about it, I think he will find it strange that you're bringing up what happened with Countess Certi. Does Cyril have a bad history with her? Don't worry, because she insulted not only the sole heir, but also the ducal family. There's no way she'll be let off easily. Thank you, Daisy. If anything major happens with the Certi family later, be sure to tell me. Yes, madam. Please get some rest. That night, she was lost in thought. After I gave him a mother's love, Carso gradually accepted me as if he had been waiting for this all along. While my husband tries to push me away, it seems he's also taking care of me in his own way. Both of them are so lovely, so why did she treat them like that before? Cyril, what the hell happened to you? A week later? Phew, it's so hot today. Madam, I've brought you some water. Thank you. There's a reward, too. I've just heard some rather interesting news. Would you like to hear it? Interesting news? Yes, it's the news about Countess Certi's family that you've been waiting for. As for what happened to Countess Certi, she is no longer the countess of the family, so you don't have to worry about seeing her or her son again. Wait, no longer the Count's wife? What do you mean? Yes, it seems their relationship was already on bad terms before this incident. It appears she had an affair with a knight of the family. Oh my, is that true? So what Marchioness Penzel said at the party was true? In this incident, what's worse is that the child you saw at the party wasn't even the Count's biological son, so the boy has been completely removed from the Count's line of succession. What in the world? I see. I didn't want them to be punished so severely, but I guess it's partly karma for their own actions. Come to think of it, is Carso in the library? Yes, he is. The young master hasn't been going out to the garden lately because it's too hot outside. I'll go see him. Daisy, can you prepare some cool desserts for us? Yes, madam. Suddenly, Daisy said, I'm sorry, madam. What is it? I know I shouldn't say this, but if you regain your memories, I hope you will continue to be this kind to the young master. Of course, I believe that even if your memory returns, you will still behave as you do now. But my emotions are so tangled that I couldn't help but say it. Daisy, I love Carso as much as I care for him. I hope he can continue to smile and learn how to love from his mother's behavior. And everything will remain this way even if I regain my memories. Oh, madam, thank you. I'm sure the young master will be very happy. I'll go prepare some delicious desserts for you now. All right, thank you, Daisy. Where is my beloved Carso? It's so quiet here. Did he already leave? She called out, Carso. Found him. It looks like he fell asleep while reading a book. You can't sleep here. Let Mom carry you to your room. Suddenly, she froze. Something's not right. His body is too hot. This has nothing to do with his fire magic, right? She immediately picked Cardizo up and ran. At that moment, Cardizo faintly called out, "Mom!" Earlier, Cardizo remembered his conversation with Jedius. "My mom always reads stories to me before I go to sleep. Not only that, I'm free to roam around and play in this huge mansion. Is that all? I have my own private garden. Whatever you have, my mom still loves me more than your mom." "That's not true. My mom loves me more. So has she ever taken care of you when you were sick before?" "Every time that happens, my mom always holds my hand, so I don't feel sick anymore." Cardizo fell silent and said, "I don't know. I've never been sick." Cardizo pouted sullenly, but quickly retorted, "But who cares? I'm not weak like you ordinary runts. But one thing's for sure, my mom's love for me is greater than your mom's. I want to hear you call me Carso. I've become a good boy. I also kept our promise, so you'll still be nice to me, right? I want to call you Mom, like other kids do." Thinking about it, Cardizo's whole body flushed. "My head hurts so much." Back in the present, Serial quickly picked Cardizo up and ran. After that, Cardizo was quickly diagnosed. It seems to be just a temporary body ache. The young master might have a fever for a few more days. But please don't worry, there are no abnormal symptoms yet. You said it's just a temporary body ache, but his body is as hot as a fireball. That's due to the connection between his fire magic and the young master. Every time his magic grows, his body has to adapt to the sudden change. I've already administered the basic treatment for this case. The young master will be fine after a night's sleep. Oh, madam, you must have been so scared. Why don't you go back to your room and rest for a bit? You were just as worried, Daisy. Thank goodness he's okay and we can calm down a bit. She took Cardizo's hand and said, "I'll call if I need anything. Could you leave me alone with Carso for a while?" "Yes, I understand, madam. I'll leave right away. Please don't overexert yourself." That night, Serial sat by his side the whole time. Carso, are you okay?" Suddenly, 2 streams of tears flowed from Cardizo's eyes. "It hurts. It's so hot. It hurts." "It's okay. Mom will be right here with you." He moaned softly. And then his eyes fluttered open. "Mom? Oh my God, did Carso just call me?" "Yes, Carso, Mom's here." "Mom, I was wrong. I didn't actually get along with the other kids." "I won't disappoint you again, so please don't hate me." She hugged him tightly, comforting him. "Why would Mom hate Carso? I'm so happy that you tried to keep our promise. From now on, you don't have to force yourself to play with other children. You can do it whenever you want. You must have been scared with such a high fever, right?" "Yes." "Lie down and rest. The more you rest, the faster you'll get better. Then we'll go on the boat trip as we planned. It will be fun. Don't you think so?" The little boy replied, "Yes. Tonight, can you read stories to me until I fall asleep?" "Aren't you sick?" "I don't care, Mom." She smiled and opened the book. Once upon a time, long, long ago, and they lived happily ever after. Thank goodness he's asleep. Suddenly, Lopram appeared and asked grimly, "Why are you still awake?" It made Serial's heart leap out of her chest. "You scared me to death. Don't sneak up on me like that. Why are you still awake at this hour? You must be exhausted after a long day of work. Wait, don't tell me. You came here because you were worried about Carso?" "He is the heir to this family, so, of course, I have to check on his condition." "Don't worry too much. You must be tired from working late into the night, yet you still made time to visit Carso. But it seems he wants to hide his true feelings. I'll watch over him tonight." "Why would you do that?" "Is it strange for me to do so?" "It's quite strange compared to the you of the past." "What if I told you I've changed?" "People don't change that quickly." "How can you be so sure?" Loperam was silent for a moment, then said, "Because you used to hate both me and Carso. I don't know why I acted that way before, but it's different now. I treasure Carso very much. That's why I got so angry after he was teased to tears at the Penzel mansion. Well, he needs to learn to remain calm when people slander him." Serial paused slightly, then replied, "It's not the child's fault." "Fine, let's just say that." "Serial, can I hold your hand?" "Why so suddenly?" Then he gently took her hand. "It's strange. You never let me touch you before, and now you've started calling me by my name and even letting me hold your hand." He asked suspiciously, Serial, did you lose your memories after that accident? Serial was flustered, not knowing how to respond. If you hadn't forgotten the painful memories of the past, you wouldn't be treating me like this. After all, I can't think of any other reason for you to suddenly become so approachable and warm. Oh no, I made a mistake. I should have hidden it better. But Daisy said that if I tell the truth, Kian will not only be hurt, but will also push me away. What should I do? Loparam let go of her hand. If that thing had never happened between us, I would believe that you never hated me when this ill-fated relationship began. After saying that, he turned his face away. Serial called out, Kian. Unexpectedly, he turned back and pulled her into an embrace. Serial, I love the way you smile. Your smile is like a spring flower, and your sweet voice whenever you call my name, it all completely captivates me. When you regain your memories, I won't be able to get close to you anymore. Until then, please stay by my side. She hesitated and said, First, could you loosen your grip? I can't breathe. I'm sorry, so what's your answer? If that's what you want, I'm willing to agree. I know you are actually a very sweet and thoughtful person, even the way you try to act cold because you don't want to look foolish in front of me. Are you afraid that I'll forget everything when I get my memories back? Afraid that I'll look at you with eyes full of hatred again? He blushed and called out, Serial, I don't think I'll forget the warmth you've shown me just because I recover my memories. Why are you being so sweet to me? The way you whisper in my ear just makes me miss you more when it's all over. I don't know what to do anymore. Suddenly she burst out laughing. Ha ha. Why are you laughing? Well, probably because you're so cute right now. Is this the same person who glared at me at the dinner table last time? That time, I didn't know you had lost your memory. I thought you were provoking me because you knew how much I felt for you. You know that's not the case now, right? Loparam replied obediently. Yes, Serial. I hope I can always see your smile. Even if I was terrible to you in the past. Do you still love me? I still love you. Unfortunately, I still love you, Serial. No matter how cold or fierce you are to me, your smile always melts my heart. Her face turned red as a chili pepper. What? How can you say such cheesy things? Loparam gently raised a hand to caress a lock of her hair, and then kissed it. Serial's face was burning up like a bomb about to explode. So embarrassing. Hearing things like that from such an attractive man, I can't handle it. He's so close, but we're getting closer, so I should be happy, right? After that, they just stared at each other lovingly. Beside them, Cardiso was sleeping soundly. She stammered, Wait, you're too close. Serial, you're stuttering. What? When did I stutter? Your face is getting redder. Are you embarrassed? Now back off a bit. She lightly tapped his chest. Didn't you come here to see Carso? It's true that I came to visit Cardiso, but I was also worried about you, Serial. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? You're not the type to say such sweet things. You always refused to let me into your study because you were always busy. Were you disappointed? I know I've rebuked you a lot in the past. Let me say this because this time I want to be your companion. Even if everything ends and disappears, I still want to cherish the moments with you as much as I can. If you look at it that way, aren't you scared? It would be a lie to say I'm not scared. I'm worried that one day your eyes will only hold hatred for me. But I don't want that to tear us apart. I'm sure I would regret letting that happen. So from now on, I will always love you, Serial. Moved, she was stunned for a moment, then called out his name, Kian. But a second later, she suddenly pushed him away. You're too close. I'm so flustered I don't even know what to say. I need to calm down. I have to make Kian go back to his room now. I think you should go back to your room to rest. I also need to check on Carso's condition. Can't I stay here with you? But aren't you very busy? It's not a problem. My aide will handle it for me. Elsewhere, Ritbin cleaned his ear. Why is my ear suddenly so itchy? She cried out internally, Carso, save your mom. My heart is pounding like crazy. I think I'm about to go mad. Suddenly, Cardiso let out a groan. Carso, are you okay? I'm so dizzy, I think I have a high fever. You still have a fever? Wait a moment. You must have had a hard time. Do you feel better if I put a damp cloth on your forehead like this? Yes, I do. The boy suddenly pointed at Loparam. But this person is too loud. He's giving me a headache. I think I'd feel better if you were the only one by my side. Serial said hesitantly, Kian, I'm sorry, but I think it would be better if I'm the only one with Carso tonight. I understand his condition better than anyone, as I went through the same thing at his age. So if I stay— Cardiso interrupted Loparam. Oh, so loud. He was stunned and called out, Cardiso. Mom, father is too noisy. I'm very dizzy and my head feels like it's about to explode. I can't believe my heir would treat me this way. Kian, you should go back to your room and rest. I will stay with Carso. But Serial— She gestured for silence. Then she whispered, Carso needs to rest, so please leave quietly. Ha! All right, don't overwork yourself, Serial. Of course, good night, Kian. I hope so too. The next day, Serial stretched wearily. Ugh, I can't focus at all. My lady, you look so tired. Why don't you get some rest? I can't. I still have a lot of things to finish. It must have been hard for you taking care of the young master all night. By the way, how is Carso? As soon as it was dawn, some maids came to relieve me. If you fall ill, the Duke will never forgive us. We will take care of the young master. At the very least, you should get some rest. But thanks to that, he was able to regain some energy and woke up for breakfast. The young master looks much better today. Thank goodness. I was worried he wouldn't be able to eat properly. Please don't worry too much. We will take good care of both of you. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. I wonder who it is. I'll get the door, my lady. Serial thought, don't tell me. Kian? Am I going crazy? I can't believe the first person I thought of was Kian. It must be because of what happened yesterday. My lady, the young master is here. She stood up and called, Cardiso. You haven't fully recovered yet. Why are you here? How are you feeling? It seems your fever is gone. What about the body aches and the headache? I'm fine. It doesn't hurt anymore. I only came because I was lonely without you, Mother. Oh my gosh, Daisy. Carso has opened up to me so much. Don't you think so? This is no time for tears. I'll go get some cake and tea right away. Mom, what's wrong? Are you busy? Can I stay here with you? He's so cute. What should I do now? I wish I could capture this moment. I don't think you'll have much fun staying here with me. It's okay, I don't mind. Just do what you need to do, Mom. I'll just sit here quietly. Then wait for me here for a bit, all right? I'll finish my work quickly, and then I'll read you a book. I promise. Okay, you promised. Later, it started to rain heavily. Daisy asked, It's been raining so much since yesterday. Is the rainy season coming, do you think? I was even planning to go boating with Carso. I guess we'll have to postpone it. Cardiso said, I have no problem with that, but then Father won't be able to go. He can't go? He'll be very busy, and he usually doesn't like things like that. Suddenly, Loparam walked in and asked, What are you two whispering about me, or am I just imagining things? Kian, what are you doing here? The door was open, and I was just passing by on my way to my room. As Cardiso said, I am indeed very busy, but for me, you are always my #1 priority, Serial. So let's all go together. I'll make time. Cardiso narrowed his eyes and said shrewdly, Mom, we're going by carriage, right? Can I sit with you for the whole ride? Huh? Of course you can. Loparam also said, I will be the one sitting next to you. We're a married couple after all. Are you sure you'll be free to go, Father? Besides, I think Mom would prefer to sit with me. Your mother has already spent a lot of time with you. And remember that Serial is my wife before she is your mother. Oh my, what's with this childish argument between these two? My mother, my wife. I wish their relationship was better, but it's going nowhere if they continue like this. Is there a way to bring them closer? Oh, I've got it. Are you two going to keep arguing like this forever? Both of you, please get out of my room. Loparam and Cardiso called out in unison, Serial. Mom. Hey, Mom. Shh, quiet. Kian, how can you act so childishly towards a child? Serial. You are Carso's father. Do you even know how to treat your own son? You too, Carso. You shouldn't talk to your father that way. You know that even if your father wants to spend more time with you, he can't because of his work. I won't do it again. I know I was wrong, Mom, so please don't be mad at me. She smiled and said, I'm not mad. I just scolded you both a little for arguing. Scolded. What do you mean, Serial? What are you talking about, Mom? You two, father and son, must walk hand in hand until you make up. But since it's raining outside, you'll do it in the mansion's hallway. Serial, I don't think that's necessary. Father and I are already close enough. Are you two ignoring what I said? If you don't do it, neither of you can come near me. Daisy, can you lead these two troublemakers to the hallway for me? The maid chuckled and replied, Yes, my lady. Afterwards, the two of them went out to the hallway, not saying a word to each other. Little Cardiso stood beside Loparam. Suddenly, he bent down and picked up the boy. Carrying you like this is more convenient than holding hands. I know. I'm only doing this because Mom said so. He turned back to instruct Daisy. Watch carefully and report back to my mother, you hear? Yes, I will tell the lady that the Duke is holding the young master very tightly. And so, the Duke carried his son in front of many servants. They whispered to each other in amazement, Is that the Duke and young Master Cardiso? This is the first time I've seen them together like this. He must have been influenced by the Duchess ever since she started taking care of young Master Carso. Loparam looked down, thinking to himself, I didn't expect a walk in the hallway would attract this much attention from the servants. Have you just realized this is all your fault, Father? Are you trying to blame it all on me? You're the one who started the argument, Cardiso. If you had agreed to let me sit next to Mom, we wouldn't have been punished. Father, why have you gone quiet? He glanced over at Cardiso. I'm just now realizing how selfishly I forced my will on a child. No wonder Cyril got mad. The Duke turned his face away and said, I was wrong. Cardiso was stunned into silence. Are you apologizing? Why are you the one being quiet now? Well, in any case, Mom loves me more than you. Even if she loves you more, I'm still her husband. Are you admitting that I'm right? You're just mistaken, my child. Walking behind them, Daisy covered her mouth to hide a smile. I guess they've gotten a little closer, just as the lady wished. A while later, they returned to the room. Oh my! It seems the lady worked herself to exhaustion and fell asleep. Loparam put Cardiso down. I have to move her to the bedroom. Daisy immediately said, Let me call for the servants. No need, I'll do it myself. He then lifted her up effortlessly. She's so light. Are you worried because the lady has lost some weight? Why not take care of her by having meals together more often? She might get indigestion again. I don't want that to happen. The lady often worries about whether you're eating well. Cyril worries about me? The lady also said you don't seem to have a good appetite when you eat alone. So, for a long time, she has wanted to dine with you again, but she didn't know how to ask after the accident.